As an American, I'm ashamed, right, of the arrogance and disregard that we've shown one of our historically oldest, strongest, and most loyal allies.
Well, I have a new favorite American. Jesse Marsch, the American-born head coach of Canada's men's national soccer team, spoke out against Donald Trump and defended Canada. So I'm going to get to this amazing clip. And then later on, I'm also going to get to a disappointing Canadian and Donald Trump's recent defense of this disappointing Canadian. It's Wayne Gretzky. But first, here is the Jesse Marsch clip. This is so well said.
Jesse, we just saw the hockey game between Canada and USA. It was crazy a couple of weeks ago. So for you being an American and coaching the Canadian team, during all this political stuff happening right now, how comfortable are you with this?
These international tournaments for Canada mean something different now. And, you know, as an American, I'd like to address the 51st state discourse, which I find unsettling and frankly insulting. Canada is a strong, independent nation that's deep-rooted in decency, really. And it's a place that values high ethics and respect, unlike the polarized, disrespectful, and often now hate-fueled climate that's in the U.S. And look, Canada values a lot of fairness and unity. It's a place that I've learned as the national team coach where people really believe that their differences make them stronger. And honestly, it's one of the things that I've enjoyed the most about our team is that they exemplify this as human beings and as a team. And look, they're almost all first and second generation Canadians coming from different heritage and cultures, but they uniquely are incredibly proud to be Canadian, to represent their country, to give everything to each other and the love that they have for each other and playing for their country. And to me, this sounds very familiar to years past, right? So for me right now, I couldn't be prouder to be the Canadian national team coach. And I found a place where that embodies for me the ideals and morals of what not just football and a team is, but what life is. And that's integrity, respect, and the belief that good people can do great things together. And so if I have one message to our president, it's lay off the ridiculous rhetoric about Canada being the 51st state. As an American, I'm ashamed, right, of the arrogance and disregard that we've shown one of our historically oldest, strongest, and most loyal allies. But one thing's for sure, okay, when I look forward to a month from now, is I know that this will fuel our team, the mentality we have, the will we have to play for our country, the desire we have to go after this tournament in every way and to show on and off the pitch exactly what Canadian character is. So obviously I really look forward to the challenge of playing Mexico, but the tournament as a whole, and I guarantee that our team will be ready.
I absolutely love this man. It would have been so easy for him to give the standard non-answer that we are used to from athletes, from coaches in all different sports. Here you have this coach, Jesse Marsch, not even just defending Canada, but defending Canada as an American and willing to mention the name Donald Trump and actually call him out. Putting himself out there, putting himself on the line for, attacks. But he understands what is right, what is wrong, how his players are feeling, how Canadians are feeling, and he is willing to stand up for them. Other sports, I'm looking at you, hockey, could learn a lot from this. The Four Nations face-off that just took place, Canada winning an incredible game against the U.S. Not a single player, not a single coach said anything specific about what Trump has said about how Canadians are feeling. There have, of course, been general comments just about, the emotions that Canadians are feeling right now are really strong. Like just general comments about, stuff. And that was really just from the Team Canada head coach. But almost nothing else was said. It's okay to speak up. Like, we know who's right, who's wrong here. You're not really, you are putting yourself out there, but you're not saying anything crazy by coming out and denouncing what Trump has been doing and talking about specifically what Canadians are feeling. You know, you didn't even really get specifics from any of the Canadian players or Canadian coach, let alone, of course, the American coach, the American players. Can you imagine any American on Team USA coming out to defend Canada? They were quite on board with Trump and MAGA. So it is so refreshing to see this kind of defense. And again, even more refreshing hearing it from an American. It means a lot right now for Canadians to have defenders outside of our borders. Obviously, Canadians, most of them, we'll get to one in a bit here who is not defending Canada, but most are, of course, going to defend Canada. But to have people from, you know, the US or Europe, all across the world, come out in defense of Canada really means a lot right now. I want to mention something before I get to the other half of this video. This tweet here, Rachel Dory tweeted out, instead of platforming Kevin O'Leary types, platform Jesse Marsch types. Canada's sovereignty isn't a both sides issue. It's not a debate. The media, specifically news outlets, shouldn't be giving an ounce of airtime to anyone who isn't denouncing the 51st state rhetoric. Exactly. CBC recently had a special where they debated the idea of the 51st state, brought on dipshit Kevin O'Leary. I couldn't bring myself to watch it because who can watch that blowhard? But there was no need to have a debate about this. It's like debating, you know, the invasion of Ukraine, whether that's okay, or debating the Holocaust, or debating Gaza. It's certain things, there is a clear right and wrong. The sovereignty of a nation is not up for debate. So these aren't debates to be had. We should be giving more airtime to people like Jesse Marsch who are willing to call out the bullshit. This gets to more bullshit. Wayne Gretzky. So TSN headline here, Canadian fans irked by Wayne Gretzky's affiliations with Trump amid tensions. There has been, for good reason, a lot of anger directed towards the great one, the once great one, Wayne Gretzky, who's about to have his record overtaken by Ovechkin. And it's not a surprise as to why. Gretzky and his wife attended Trump's inauguration in January, and he has been photographed with Trump several times at the president's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. Gretzky was also photographed at Trump's election victory party wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Prior to his inauguration, Trump called Gretzky a great friend. And here are the great friends pictured. This is just, it's been incredible to witness Wayne Gretzky take an absolute wrecking ball to how people feel about him in this country. I'm seeing people who aren't typically that engaged in politics, people in my personal life, cheer on Ovechkin as he nears the all-time goal-scoring record of Gretzky and is about to overtake him. Like, people are not happy with Wayne Gretzky right now, and the only person he has to blame is himself, because even Donald Trump has come out to defend Wayne Gretzky, and apparently how Wayne Gretzky feels, even though he has not said any of this. But let me attempt to read this in Insane Truth Social. Wayne Gretzky is a fantastic guy. They call him the Great One, and he is. He could run for any political office in Canada and win. Wayne is my friend, and he wants to make me happy, and is therefore somewhat low-key about Canada remaining a separate country, rather than becoming a cherished and beautiful 51st state, paying much lower taxes, a free and powerful military, no tariffs, and having a booming economy. Wayne and Janet, his wonderful wife, love Canada, and they should only support Canada and whatever else makes the Canadian people and Governor Trudeau happy. He's the greatest Canadian of them all, and I am therefore making him a free agent because I don't want anyone in Canada to say anything bad about him. He supports Canada the way it is, and he should, even though it's not nearly as good as it could be as part of the greatest and most powerful country in the world, the good old USA. What a completely... This is the president of the United States. Complete insane post. That point aside, Wayne Gretzky has not come out to defend Wayne Gretzky, or I should say to defend Canada. He has not been willing to say that he believes this. If he truly believes that Canada should remain a separate country, why can't he come out and say it? Clearly, Trump is okay with him thinking this, so why can't Wayne Gretzky denounce it? Look, we are in a time right now where it doesn't matter who you are. If you are a Canadian who is siding with Donald Trump, you can go fuck yourself. I don't care if you're Wayne Gretzky. You can go fuck yourself, because there is a greater issues at hand here than how well you played hockey. Anyways, last point. Let's end on a happy note here. March 20th, Canada plays Mexico. And as much as I love Mexico, I do love you, Mexico. Let's cheer on Canada. So this is the Nations League semifinal that we will see who goes on to play in the final on March 23rd. The Canadian men's soccer team right now is doing fantastic. Every year they're getting better. Every tournament they're getting better and performing well. I cannot wait to watch this game and continue watching Canada. And I'm going to cheer. I was going to cheer hard already, but I'm going to cheer even harder now, knowing that Jesse Marsch is the head coach, the new great one.